Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Wes from the Blood Sprayer, also from the Blood Sprayer podcast. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you guys about a couple things we got going on, keep you updated on some situations. And first, we're going to start off with talking about the podcast. Thank you. Thank you to everybody that subscribed, listened, tweeted to us, emailed us, left comment, everything. We really appreciate it. We're having a really good time doing this. This last week's episode with Carl York, the star of Cannibal Holocaust, went really well. People seem to really like that one a lot, and we were really glad to do it. If you have suggestions on guests you'd like to hear, if you're somebody that wants to come on the podcast, get a hold of us. Tweet to me at West Bloodsprayer, tweet to Matt at MattBadFriend, or tweet to us at BloodsprayerPod on Twitter. Also, speaking of, those of you that took part in the donations, the fundraiser we did for T-shirts, and to help us raise money to invest into the podcast, among some other things that are coming your way. Thank you 100%. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. You guys can put your money into a lot of things. There's tons of Kickstarters and all kinds of shit that comes at you through social media. The fact that you guys did that just to help us out meant a lot to us. And for those of you that haven't gotten your shirts yet, please, this is like the third time we've asked, send us your mailing address to bloodsprayerpod@gmail.com. Send us that mailing address through bloodsprayerpod@gmail.com. We will get those mailed out to you, along with some Blood Sprayer podcast stickers. And one more thing, when we're talking about the podcast, we have another podcast under our umbrella now called Blood and Cannon Fire, hosted by Bill Adcock. He's joined by some friends. It's a little different, a little left of center. This podcast focuses solely on a tabletop game. They're playing an RPG, so you gaming fans, you'll understand the vernacular. Even if you're not a gamer, it's really funny. These guys are very funny. They're very lighthearted in their approach to it, and to hear their take on these weird characters is a lot of fun. So we definitely recommend you guys check that one out too, because it's a lot of fun. Something else you can also subscribe to on iTunes. Wanted to make sure I also put this out there. In August, Synapse put out two movies, or two releases really. Worm, really hard to explain. It's kind of an odd. They describe it as it's described as like a sci-fi thriller, and there's definitely that there. It's definitely a weird science fiction movie. Here's what's really cool. The dialogue was improvised by the actors, and it's really cool, very natural stuff. But it's a fun movie. It was a short that they did for I believe it was like a film project in a film contest in Nashville called the 48 Hour Film Project. And at any rate, this was their short that they turned into a feature length. Really weird, fun, and again, like no written script. It was improvised. Really cool movie. Definitely something to check out if you guys are fans of any like wormy type that if that gets under your skin. This is a good one. Creepy, crawly stuff. Cool movie. If I haven't mentioned it before, I will say it now. Adult film is not for everybody, and I don't expect everybody to like it. But these Peep Show collections are fucking awesome. They take these old 8mm loops that used to run in the Peep Show booths at adult theaters. They've got tons of them. They put them together in these cool loops. You're going to recognize a lot of Golden Age stars. It's just a cool throwback. It's something you and I will never experience ever. And what Synapse did was, and they release it through their Impulse Pictures imprint, but that's all under the Synapse Films umbrella. It's a cool collection. For those of you that like sleazier stuff, this is right up your alley. There's no audio. It's that reel. It's the audio from the reels, which is a perfect touch to the whole thing. I've ranted and raved about the first three. The fourth one is just as good. Plus, it features a loop with Sharon Kane, who I love. So, Sharon Kane, if you ever want to come on the podcast, you're more than welcome. But anyway, Awesome shit. And there's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. I know we're all talking about it because it's all over the internet. Prom Night on Blu-ray from Synapse. I got to watch it today, and that's actually the main reason I'm doing a video, because this is fucking awesome. It is so good. They did the transfer. They transferred from 35mm to 2K, and it looks gorgeous. The film looks great. Admittedly, Prom Night, like, I was never like a diehard fan, and I actually liked the sequel a lot more when I was younger. Seeing it in this light, seeing what Synapse did, seeing some of the extras that were never there, like they have outtakes that no one's ever seen before. It's just so damn pretty. They did such a nice job. Those guys are great at what they do. Synapse is quickly becoming the company now that, like, they did a lot of obscure stuff that I love. Like, they released Deadbeat at Dawn and Singapore Sling and Animalada, like these really strange movies, cult films that you couldn't find, and now, like, they're more and more finding some of these bigger properties. Their Demons, the release of Demons and Demons 2 were killer. Prom Night is no exception to that rule. This is some of the best stuff they've ever done. So Synapse, well done. I highly recommend you guys pick this up. Comes out September 9th on Blu-ray. You can go through synapsefilms.com. Actually, it's synapse-films.com. This is definitely blood sprayer stamp of approval. Prom Night, killer. I think I love that movie now. Or maybe I just love what Synapse did with it. Either way, awesome Blu-ray, worth every penny. I highly recommend you guys pick up what they did, because they put some really cool extras on there. It looks really gorgeous, and Jamie Lee Curtis, young Jamie Lee Curtis, super hot. Leslie Nielsen, who we all know from as being Frank Drebin, Police Squad, and the Naked Gun movies. He's also an Airplane. But I mean, as you can all remember, he did this. He was in Creepshow, I think. But either way, Leslie Nielsen, Jamie Lee Curtis, fucking early slasher, you can't beat it. And the fact that Synapse took such perfect care of this movie and made this beautiful Blu-ray release of it, and I keep holding it up because I want you guys to all go buy it. Prom Night, well done, Synapse, good as always. Lastly, I just want to thank everybody that's been so awesome and supportive of everything we're doing through the Blood Sprayer. And you know, we get, trust me, I get plenty of emails and we get plenty of comments left on stuff where, you know, it's the usual internet trolling bullshit. But from the bottom of our hearts, speaking for myself, for Matt, for the other Matt, for Bill, for Carrie, thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. So keep supporting us. We'll keep giving you the best content we can. This week's episode of the Blood Sprayer podcast is Canadian director Chris Power, who, as you guys may remember, made a movie called Long Pigs a few years ago. It was I think we chose that as our favorite movie of the year that year. At any rate, it's an awesome interview. You get a lot of insight into, because those guys kind of went away for a while, and the reason they had is because they went through some shitty times with some bad distribution deals and some bad characters, and they're back with a short film called Wicked Sway that is absolutely stunning. It's really well shot, really cool, abrasive 6 minutes. But and if you listen to the new episode this Friday, there's a little special thing in there for Blood Sprayer podcast listeners and our readers of the website, where this weekend you will have access to see the movie, see Wicked Sway for yourselves for free. All thanks to Chris. So I'm sorry, stumbling over my words there. At any rate, these are both out now. Came out August 12th. Worm, definitely for you, sci-fi. Definitely like horror, creature, creepy crawly horror stuff. Definitely for you guys. Dirtbags like myself. Volume 4. Good stuff. Sharon Kane, Annie Sprinkle. You can't go wrong. And seriously, like, as if I had to tell any of you to go buy this. Prom Night. Jamie Lee Curtis. at the height of Scream Queenery for her. I hate the Scream Queen title, but regardless, if there ever truly is one, she's one of them. So, Prom Night, guys, on Blu-ray, September 9th from Synapse Films, synapse-films.com. Don't forget to check up with us. We're on Twitter, so at West Bloodsprayer is me, at Matt Badfriend is Matt, at Bloodsprayer Pod, and at Bloodsprayer, or I think it's at the Bloodsprayer, is the website's Twitter. Make sure you check in for updates on new episodes of the Bloodsprayer podcast, as well as Blood and Cannon Fire, and keep an eye out because just a little bit ago I was discussing with someone else, we're going to be adding a third podcast to the rotation. So thanks a lot, guys. As always, have a great weekend. Go O's. Bloodsprayer.com. Thanks.